Each year, Microsoft Research hosts hundreds of influential speakers from around the world, including leading scientists, renowned experts in technology, book authors, and leading academics, and makes videos of these lectures freely available.
Welcome to the Visiting Speaker Series. I know, it's a lifestyle talk this afternoon. Our guest today is Derek Noble, who's written a book called The Body Noble and has also produced and stars in a fitness television show called Urban Fitness. My favorite thing about Derek so far is that his father was a professional wrestler, which, can you imagine growing up and having your dad mad at you if he was a professional wrestler? Like, I think this guy probably has some serious discipline. He's just written an incredible book about how to make a fitness lifestyle work for people who are busy and people who don't want to live at the gym and people who don't want to live with a personal trainer in their houses, and a chef, and their support group and their therapist, and. He's just done an incredible job of making fitness and a healthy lifestyle incredibly simple and incredibly accessible for a mass audience. I'm so glad that he could come and spend the afternoon with us here at Microsoft. I'm going to play this very cool video, and then you'll get to hear from Derek himself. So thank you very much for coming out this afternoon.
What do Maria Shriver, Michael J. Fox, and John Cusack have in common? Well, they all work out with celebrity trainer and former Torontonian Derek Noble. He's pumping up LA now with what he calls the Body Noble workout.
Hi, I'm Derek Noble, your personal trainer from Fit TV. Get stronger and more toned by working with resistance tubes. The resistance tube is a great piece of equipment that you can incorporate into your in-home and travel fitness routine. Want tighter abs? Want to be more toned? The stability ball is an essential part of any fitness program.
Joining us now with some insight and advice is fitness expert and TV host Derek Noble. Derek.
Well, joining me now is Derek Noble, the host of Urban Fitness, one of the new shows on Fit TV. Derek, thanks so much for being here today.
Good morning to you, Kat.
How did you get into the fitness industry?
My father was a professional wrestler, so it's actually been ingrained into my personality that fitness has been part of my life. When I was about 4 years old, I was working out in the gym with my dad.
And you say one of the biggest mistakes people make when they're working out is they don't breathe correctly. What does that mean?
When you focus on your breathing, it actually allows you to isolate and really focus on the intensity of the exercise that you're trying to do.
Okay, well, let's talk about some muscles here. So you're pumping a little iron.
And I'm going to teach you the principle. It's a 2-4 principle. So you want to get your feet shoulder width apart. I'm grabbing the resistant band, knees bent, and you're going to squeeze up, squeeze it all the way in, and you want to come down nice and slow. Really focus on the contraction. When you're doing these exercises, you really want to focus on that squeeze. So you're squeezing as you come up, and you squeeze nice and slow, and really focus on that negative contraction all the way down.
Now, let's talk about the look of the show. It has a very slick look. Are you targeting a certain audience with this?
I traveled across the world. I was John McEnroe's trainer, and I saw, there's not a lot of really stylized fitness shows. So I wanted to integrate a show that had that sort of urban style, and that's what I tried to do with the show.
Hey, come on, let's go. You guys ready to work out?
Oh, yeah.
Come on, let's go. Let's do it. We are going to do posture 101. So feet shoulder width apart, and your knees are going to be slightly bent. Just a slight bend in the knees. Stomach in, shoulders back. Now what we're going to do is walk off the wall. Look at their spine now. The spine should have a nice natural S-curve. It shouldn't be too extreme. So basically now we've got the fundamentals of posture and trying to integrate this into your life. You actually burn more calories when you're in this position. Just think you're working right now. So you're going to burn more calories, so we'll keep that body nice and lean. How do you feel? You're standing up straight? You feel better? You feel taller? Now we can go present ourselves to the world. All right, you guys are good.
Keep it up, guys.
So you guys ready for Abdominal Class 101?
Yeah.
Okay, the first thing I'm going to teach you guys is the proper technique on how to execute the right abdominal exercises. Fingertips are going to be touching and hands will be behind your head. Okay, so what I want you to do is crunch up, hold the contraction at the top, and then come down. That's it. You want to hold the contraction for about 2 seconds and then come down. And when you come down, you don't want to totally relax your shoulder blades on the ground. So it's a nice, slow movement, but come right back up. Sigourney Weaver set a new standard for female beauty in Alien, that firm, lean, feminine look. But women are still concerned about bulking up. I'm going to take away that misconception once and for all. Well, today you're going to actually feel a muscle group that you probably never worked before, or very rarely work. It's actually the inner thighs, it's the adductors. What you want to do is you want to lay down on the ground and put the ball between your inner thighs. So you're going to lay straight back, keep your knees bent. I'm going to lay back, and I'm actually going to put the ball between my legs. And now I'm ready to start the exercise. Hands at the side, head back, and all you're going to do is you're going to squeeze your inner thighs in, hold it for a count of 2, 1, 2, and then release. But when you release, don't take the tension off because the ball will drop. So remember, keep the tension on the ball. Visualize that muscle group, focus on that touch training, and you'll actually engage more muscle fibers. Well, I know you guys are all jet setters. I'm a jet setter, and I'm going to teach you how you can keep your body nice and loose when you fly. My favorite stretch is for my back, because my back gets really stiff when I travel because I've been sitting a lot, so I like to stretch my back out. You want to sit up nice and tall and put your arm right here on the edge of your knee and just slightly turn. You don't want to twist too hard. Nice and gentle stretch. And that's for your low back and mid back. And breathe through it. And turn your head to the way you're stretching. We'll try the other side. Again, you want to hold the stretch for about 15 seconds. Okay, so everyone feeling relaxed?
Much more relaxed.
So now you can go get some water. Remember, keep yourself hydrated when you fly. It's the number one thing. I find people don't keep themselves hydrated. And you can incorporate these stretches into any traveling program, specifically when you're flying. And when you get to your destination, you'll feel nice and relaxed. Did you ever think you could turn your couch into a gym? I got the couch potato workout for you. First exercise is the tricep dip. Come over to the edge of your couch, bend your elbows 90 degrees, and you're gonna come down and slide your back up the couch. Then we're gonna do the chest press. Just get into the push-up position, hand shoulder width apart, stomach tight, and we're gonna come down and push back nice and slow. And then you bend your legs 90 degrees, and we'll finish off with the abs. You want to do a basic crunch. Come up, hold the contraction, and down. Really focus on the squeeze. Feel that contraction. Now you're on your way to the perfect couch potato workout. You did well today.
Yeah, that was good.
You guys did really well today. Was it a good one?
Oh, yeah.
Derek Noble from Urban Fitness Television. Look how cute he is. In downtown Los Angeles, it's Urban Fitness Friday with Derek Noble.
Squeeze your chest. You can feel it down in your chest and your arms. You can do down at the bottom here and you get your biceps and your chest at the same time.
Excellent way to fight road rage.
Cool. So make sure you're not doing this while you're driving though. Only the wheel.
Yeah. Wow. You can work out with your car? I did not know that.
This is the hooded chest press.
Hooded chest press. We're changing our oil.
Yeah, we're doing an oil and lube right now.
They got some dips going on there. Again, exercise.
But the fact is, you can find exercise anywhere you go.
We're gonna do the elevator squeeze. You ready?
The elevator squeeze, wow.
The elevator's really crowded.
Yep.
Because nobody even knows you're doing it. So all you have to do is an isometric contraction. So you're just squeezing your glutes together. So just tighten your glutes where you're contracting them and hold them for 10 seconds. Okay. And then relax.
And you really think a little squeeze like this is good?
Oh yeah,
it
tones the muscles. It's just learning how to stimulate your muscle fibers.
If it works for Jean-Claude Van Damme, I'm willing to give it a try.
Women always say, hey, I want to get rid of the flab.
Right.
So what I use is a lot of the elevators now have bars, so we can do tricep dips. So you're just coming back, and then you squeeze up. Why don't you try it? So you come down, bend, and back up. You're like a pro, a natural.
Wow, that really does work.
Before you reach your floor, finish off with some push-ups. Then it's time to move on to the office.
So what we're going to do is first start off with the seated ab crunch. Okay. So sit up nice and tall, and just imagine that you're in a crunch machine at a gym. You're just going to crunch over and contract your abs. And we're going to find that it really isolates and tones your abs.
I do feel that.
And don't forget your legs.
What I do is imagine that my foot and leg is in a big bowl of quicksand. Okay, so that's the imaginary thing. So you got to create that resistance. So when you're coming up, it's nice and slow, squeeze. You can go a little slower, hold it at the top.
Should you lock your knee?
No, you should never lock it out.
And take time to stretch.
Megan's ready to meet an executive producer at Fit TV, Derek Noble. He's looking for new talent. It's a great chance to convince someone that she's a charming and inspiring fitness professional. But what will he think of her?
All right, you guys, looking good. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Yes.
It's a beautiful photo. Yeah, I think this photo is different from the personality that I see. I don't feel that what I see. Yeah, this girl's really confident. This is an LA, New York, urban. I mean, I would cast this girl for my show.
Okay.
But what I see in the presentation is a different thing. I don't think she has what it takes. What I told her is I think she needs to go back and reinvent something and come back with a little more attitude. Come back with this in that routine. And maybe we'll see if she has what it takes. For Fit TV, I'm Derek Noble. Everyone doing good? Come on, let's hear it. I get it. Come on, we got to get the oxygen going in your body. This is fitness. I know everybody's relaxed and we're doing the Microsoft. Everyone's keyboarded in, and it's a different style for me because I'm usually working one-on-one or in small groups trying to engage people. But today what I wanted to do is teach you some tools that you can do in your lifestyle. You saw a few clips that I've created all these routines that are lifestyle routines. You know, number one thing is people aren't going to the gym. 80% of the population, they're not going to the gym. I mean, it's a small percentage. I was over at Pro Club today, and it was like a beautiful facility. And just to walk around it took 2 hours. So it's like, how are you going to fit that into your lifestyle? And you guys are all working really hard, 40, 60-hour days a week. Can you get just maybe turn that off? So what I'm going to do with the Body Noble is I created a program that you can implement into your life. Bring back the basics. It's just basic tools that you can implement into your busy, hectic life. And we're going to have fun with it. The Noble method is a training method that I've created. And what we're going to do is we're going to go through that method today. I'm going to teach you how to actually get focused. We're going to connect your brain to your muscles. And that's what the Noble method is. So we're going to first focus on posture. So I'm just looking around. We're going to get you guys engaged so you know what proper posture is. And then once we get the posture thing, we're going to learn how to breathe. Because the oxygen, number one thing is getting oxygen into our bodies. Most people breathe from their chest. We need to utilize this muscle here. This muscle is a really big muscle, so if we start utilizing it, you're actually going to be burning more calories. You guys are sitting at a desk. I sit at a desk all the time now. I've gone from Mr. Fitness to Mr. Fitness Executive, and I'm trying to find that balance. So I'm always trying to create these things that I can keep my body more active and keep my metabolism going. So that's what we're going to do with the Body Noble. We're going to do the breathing, then we're going to do some focused touch training, visualization, so you engage the muscle groups, and then we're going to go through some basic office pump exercises today. So you guys ready for that? Okay, so let's just maybe team up and partner. So if everyone could get a partner, that'll be really good to start off with. If we can get a partner. And then I'm going to come on, don't be shy. Let's go. Partners, anyone done it? You know, put your hand up if you don't have a partner. All right, everyone partnered up? Who's your partner? All right. Okay, you don't have a partner? Oh, okay, you can be my partner. Okay, you want to come right over here and we'll... Okay, so we're going to start off with posture. So I'd like everyone to stand. Standing. First off is neutral alignment. Does everyone know what neutral alignment is? I don't know how many people see a chiropractor. So chiropractors, that's their number one job, is to keep your spine in that nice natural neutral alignment. We call it a natural S-curve. So number one is we're going to try and get your body into posture. It's going to feel really weird when you get your body engaged in posture. It doesn't feel normal. So what we want you to do is get your feet shoulder width apart. Knees are slightly bent. And what I want you to do is put your hands on your lower abdominal area, just below your belly button. Okay, those are your lower abdominal area. Those muscles need to be engaged when you're standing up. A lot of people they don't engage those muscles, so then they get that sway back. We want to engage those muscles. Even when you're sitting, when you're driving, you can engage these muscles. So it's really important to focus on those muscles. Put your fingers in there, and that'll start to connect your brain to those muscles. So it's right below your belly button. Yeah, just a little lower there. Good. Okay, so we got that. Knees are slightly bent. You always want a slight bend in the knees. A lot of people, when they're standing, they lock their knees out. When you do that, you get sway back, all right? And it puts a lot of strain on your lower back. So if you have lower back problem, it's probably because you're locking your knees out. So we got our knees slightly bent, then our stomach's engaged, shoulders are up. We don't want to roll our shoulders. I sit at a computer a lot, so I always have to constantly put that feedback in, get my shoulders back. Okay, so my shoulders come back. Then my head stays in neutral alignment. So I'm just keeping my head straight. I'm not putting it forward and I'm not pushing it back. Neutral alignment. So if I was to create a plumb line, we'll get you in neutral alignment over here. This on the side. So you can see feet are shoulder width apart. Knees are slightly bent. Stomach's engaged. Shoulders are back. Right there. It's perfect. And hands. Now put your hands at your side. Now I'd like you to walk across the room. Let's walk across the room. See how it feels. How does it feel? Yeah, see, it usually feels weird just to get into this position. So you need to practice this. This is something that you're going to have to practice. It's not going to just come, keep walking back. Cool. So now what I'd like you to do is in your partners, just walk and get in that position, walk, and then go back to your position again. So if everyone could just try and get in that position and walk. If you have any questions, call me over and I'll be over there and help you out. That's it. Nice and tall. Don't. It feels like the land of the walking zombies or something. I don't know what's going on here. Yeah, now when you start, now you can start to engage your arms too when you get more comfortable. But the key is just to feel that body where your body's upright and you're engaging all those muscles. Okay, so that's number one of the Noble method. Number two is breathing now. So we're going to still stay in that neutral alignment. Now don't forget, with this neutral alignment, you can keep it while you're sitting. It's the same position. Your just knees are bent. Well, that's where you got to set up your keyboard. You got to speak to your office and get the ergonomic thing going on, because it's getting your body in neutral alignment where your keyboard's set right, where you're not leaning over. I'd have to come to your desk and look at you just to, you know. 2:30? Okay. That's a private consultation there, but I'll come over. But now we're going to focus on breathing. Most people, we don't breathe from our diaphragm, so it's really hard to get that engaged, especially if you're working out. You're going to actually get more oxygen to your muscles. So again, put your hands on your basically under your ribs. And when you're breathing, you want to exhale, breathe in. Your stomach will distend. And then you exhale. So inhale, your stomach distends, and you exhale, you come up and you breathe the air out. And I want you to pierce the air out through your lips. So breathe in through your nose, stomach distends, and then you exhale through your mouth. And you exhale, and the air comes out. And I want you to use your hands to assist your diaphragm so it pushes up under your ribs. So let's breathe in. Let me see the stomach distend. Breathe in. No, you're going the opposite way. You're breathing in and your stomach's going in. Okay, so I want you to breathe in, but your stomach goes out. All right? So let's try that. Breathe in and then out. Let's try that. Let's do 10 of these. And then out. And push it up. That's it. Let's get full oxygen into our body. You guys are working long hours. We need more oxygen to your brain so you can work. So just keep focusing on your breathing. A lot of times you'll be sitting at your desk and you don't realize you're not breathing. You could actually just pause and say, am I breathing? No, I'm just taking these short breaths. So we want to get as much oxygen to our body as we can. So we'll just do 10 of these. Anyone have any questions? Just feel free.
Why would you want to have your stomach distend?
Because that maximizes the contraction of your diaphragm. The diaphragm's a really big muscle under your rib cage. And in order for you to expel all the air into your lungs, because your lungs are here, what happens is it pushes down, so all the air comes down, and when you push up, then the muscle engages and it pushes up against the lungs. So it's just basically what it's doing is it's opening up your lungs so the oxygen can flow down. I mean, if you look at singers, like Celine Dion or opera singers, they use this muscle like they're masters at using their diaphragm. That's why they can belt out these songs. It's from their diaphragm. Okay? It's just, again, I'm sort of forcibly putting you through that distension so you can really start focusing on the mechanics of using your diaphragm. When you know you're using your diaphragm, you're not going to always have to do the distension. Okay? So this is just to get those mechanics down.
It's pretty difficult to keep the lower abdominals engaged while you're letting your stomach extend.
Yeah, it's definitely something that you got to practice. I mean, it's just a matter of integrating it and keep practicing it.
But you are supposed to keep those engaged, try and keep them engaged like all day long, or what?
Well, they're going to stay relaxed. We're just in more of in the postural sense. Yeah, you want to keep them engaged, but as much as you can, try and keep them engaged when you're sitting. Keep them activated. Okay. So now we've gone through breathing. Any other questions with breathing? Pretty good. Okay, now we're going to go through some of the mechanics of touch training, and this is what we can do with our partner. We're going to do the office pump. I'm going to teach you some exercises that you can do right at your desk that are real basic things. Number one is the most muscles in our body are in our lower legs, right? So if we can keep those muscles toned, we're going to burn more calories throughout the day. The way fat accumulates on our body is you're putting more into your body and you're not withdrawing. And that's where if you're active and you're moving, you're going to burn more calories. So you can burn calories wherever you're at. You can do it at home, you can do it at the office. The key is just moving. Like today we took the elevator. I'm like, why aren't we walking? Body Noble walk. So you don't need to take the elevator. You have 4 flights of stairs, you guys can walk the stairs. If you park downstairs, park in another parking lot and walk to your office. All that extra stuff is like a bank account. It's like deposits and withdrawals. So that's all the Body Noble program is I teach you these tools that you're actually going to withdraw as much as your deposits. And the deposits is what you're eating and the inactivity. So you have to find that balance within your own body type. In the Body Noble program, there's 3 different body types. There's lean machines, muscle makers, and fat fighters. So depending on your body type, I've created programs that'll help you focus and tone your body for your specific body type and also lose weight. So those are sort of the whole methods around the Body Noble program. Okay, so we're going to start off with the Body Noble. We're going to do some squats for our lower legs. So again, neutral alignment. Get your feet shoulder width apart. And we're going to use our chair as the cue. Basically, it's what you're going to sit in. But what we're going to do is we're not going to sit down. We're going to just pretend we're sitting down. So our feet are shoulder width apart. Knees are slightly bent, stomach's engaged, always in neutral alignment. There, now what we're going to do is bring our hands out to the front and we're going to squat down and pretend you're sitting back in your chair. Knees are slightly bent and come back up. Okay, and when you come up, don't lock your knees out. That puts too much strain on the back of your knees. Okay, so let's try that again, and we're going to do between 10 and 15, nice and slow. The key with the Body Noble is we want to focus on squeezing through the legs. That's it. And you want to keep your spine in neutral alignment and just count it out. That's it. We're going to do between 10 and 15. That's it. And don't forget to breathe. You want to exhale on exertion. So when you're coming up, that's when you're exerting the muscles. That's it. And squeeze. The whole thing about Body Noble is you're squeezing. You should be feeling that squeeze in the legs. It's nice and slow. Again, it's using your brain. It's that intention. So what I do is I always visualize like I'm in a big bowl of quicksand and I have to squeeze up and I'm contracting. That's it. Try and sit back a bit more. Good, there. That's it, nice and slow. It's sort of like slow motion. So how many reps is that? 20. Is 20? You're at 20 already? So between 10 and 15. Okay, you guys out of breath now? Okay, so how many are you at? 20? Oh, you only had to do 10 to 15. Okay, now, so that was, we just isolated legs. Now we're going to do triceps. So what we're going to do is hands at the side of a chair, like this. And now we're going to do our triceps. So you're going to come down, and we're going to come back up. All right? And then up. Okay, so this is a dip. So down, feet shoulder width apart, head up, good neutral alignment again, and up. When you come up, don't lock your elbows out. Okay? Nice and slow. Real slow. Slow motion. 3. That's it. Exhale. Come up. That's it. Try and keep your elbows in. So these exercises you guys can actually incorporate into your daily life at your desk. Come a little closer to the chair. That's it.
What if you have a rolling
If you have a rolling chair, maybe push it against the wall. Push it against the wall. Can you lock it? Can you lock the wheels? No? Just push it against the wall so when you're pushing back, it'll be engaged to the wall.
Where are you supposed to feel it?
In the back of your arms. Back of the arms. Okay?
I'm feeling it.
10 to 15. So we're going to repeat these sets. We're going to do 2 sets. Now, depending on your fitness level, we can do some push-ups on your desk. So if you had a desk, what we can do is some people can actually use over there, and some people, the guys can actually use their chair, and the women can actually use the desk. And we're going to do our upper body. Okay? So what we're going to do, let me grab a chair again. Let me just grab this chair. So this is just a sample. So we're going to get into a push-up position. Can you come and hold the chair, just so I don't? That's it. And we're just going to push up, just like that. Again, you don't want to lock your elbows out, just like that. So the guys that think they can do that, and then if you're not, you come over to the desk, and it'll be a lot easier. 10 to 15. 10 to 15. So this is all upper body now. Again, get your body in neutral alignment.
So how it's better than from the floor?
It's a lot easier. And this is because I'm trying to create the office pump that you can do at the office when you guys are sitting at your desk. That's it. And don't forget, keep breathing. Exhale. Exhale. Okay, so this posture, he's probably... That's your guys, try and keep your spine in neutral alignment. If that's too hard, you can go over to the desk, yeah. Or come on to this side of the desk, over here. You want to exhale on exertion. So when you're pushing your body away, that's the exertion. You breathe in when you're coming down, it's relaxing. But when you're putting that force on the body, that's when you exhale.
Are your arms on the side of the chair or
front? On the front.
On the front.
Yeah. Okay, so now we're going to work abs. So we've just done butt, we've done the back of the arms, we've done chest, shoulders. Now we're going to do some abs. So sit down in your chair. You guys are getting all worked out there? Look at that. You didn't even think you'd be working out today. See? Look how many calories we're burning. There's no excuses anymore. You can do it at the office. So for abs, there's 2 workouts that I've created. One is for your lower portion of your abs. Your abdominals are all connected. So it's just isolation. This is all about isolation. So hold on to the side of your chair, and you're going to bring your knees up. And we're going to exhale again on exertion. So knees up. And then down, up, and down, back up, 2. This is all core, 3, and you don't want to bring your knees all the way down, just a little bit, just a slight little movement down. Actually, you're going too far down. It's really hard, that's fine, but again, I would rather you try and isolate, and then when you get real advanced, you can bring your hands out at the side where you're stabilizing. That's it, breathe out. That's it. Okay, so again, we try and do 10 to 15. You want to exhale on exertion, so when you're bringing your legs in and you're squeezing your abdominal muscles, you're exhaling.
Do you have your back all the way against the chair?
No, this one you have to sit up a bit. Yeah. Sit up, yeah. Okay? So now we're going to do upper body. Did everyone do 10 to 15 there? Yeah? Now I wish you had water. That's one thing that I've been noticing on campus is, where's my water bottle? Somewhere around here. Oh, there it is. That this is like the #1 thing. You guys need to be drinking way more water, especially in this environment. It's like in an office, the lights, it's really dry in here. And in order to burn calories and just to keep your body hydrated, your body is mainly made up of water. Keep yourself hydrated. You should be going through 2-liter things like those big Evian bottles a day, at least. Okay? So, and I know there's a lot of soda and stuff, but try and integrate water and teas. The teas are great too. Like I had some of the herbal teas. Having that throughout your day. Just try and drink way more water. You'll notice that if you do, you're going to start losing a lot more of the body fat if you're keeping yourself active. So that's one thing that I've noticed just being here on campus. Just try and integrate more water into your program. Okay, so now we're going to do upper abs. So this is like the imaginary thing. This is like where you're connecting, you close your eyes, touch training. So you squeeze, feel those muscles. That's it. Are they engaged? Feel them?
Can you feel them? Everyone feel your abs? That's it. They there? They there? Somewhere? Okay. It was actually, what did we call it? The Microsoft. No, but we created, like, there was a whole thing of the Microsoft generation was like the 20-something. Now they're moving into the 30, 40-something, and it's like we said something about Pillsbury Doughboy. Doughy. She said doughy. It's like this doughy generation. So you guys we got to beat that system now. No more doughy in Microsoft, okay? Nice and firm and, okay, so here we go. We're going to do a crunch. So we're going to isolate these muscles. So hands behind your head, just like this. So pretend you're on a crunch machine. And all you're going to do is you're going to close your eyes and squeeze down, roll over, and contract. And you can feel those muscles squeeze. And what I do, sometimes I'll put my hands on my abs when I'm doing that squeeze. And I'm coming down and I roll and I squeeze in, exhale. And it's really slow. It's the intention that you're creating with your mind that'll isolate the muscles. So squeeze, exhale, contract, and back. Exhale, contract. And if you're really advanced, some of the guys and girls that if you're advanced, you can bring a knee up as you're doing it. And that'll isolate a little bit more. So again, we want to do 10 to 15. Exhale. That's it. And squeeze, contract. Breathe out. Always exhale on exertion. Really focus on that oxygen getting in and then releasing it. Okay, how's that? Okay, so that's one set. We're going to go back one more time. We're going to get this into your bodies. We're going to do postural alignment. We're going to do breathing. And we're going to go through the whole routine one more time. Okay? So let's do that. Let's stand up. This time you guys are going to be pros. Feet shoulder width apart. Knees slightly bent. Hands on your lower abs. We'll engage those muscles. Shoulders back. And just close your eyes now. Just close your eyes. Take a deep breath in. And just feel what it feels like right now to be in this position. Just sort of feel your body. Go inside it and just feel it. Okay, now since we're in this position, let's just focus on our breathing. Let's take 10 deep breaths in. Hands on your stomach, just where your diaphragm is. You bring them up under your ribs. Let's breathe in. Your stomach should get big when you breathe in. Breathe in through your nose, and then out through your mouth. And push up. That's it. And just close your eyes and just feel what it feels like to breathe now. It's all about getting internal and feeling your body. That's it. And you could just put your hands right here. Okay. We'll do 10 deep breaths. Get oxygen into the body and out. And these breathing breaks you guys can do throughout the day, they're great stress busters. Like I know when I'm just under a lot of stress and I've had a meeting and stressful calls, I'll just like take a few seconds and I'll just like do some breathing. Doors shut, shut the lights out, no interruptions, and just focus on your breathing. Okay, so is that 10? Everyone's done 10 deep breaths? I actually worked with somebody who, one of my clients, who was an executive of a corporation, a big entertainment corporation, and he went to his doctor, and his doctor said, if you don't start exercising and doing something right, you're going to die of a heart attack. And I was training him, and we got him walking and eating right, and I said to him, you need to start focusing on your breathing. You know, you're not breathing from your thing. And he went back to his doctor and had his blood pressure checked. And his doctor said, your blood pressure is like so much lower. What have you been doing? And he goes, I actually just take moments in my day where I just shut the door. I don't let no one bother me. And I just focus on breathing. And he's noticed that his blood pressure had come down. So it's just like we can actually control what goes on in our body. And this is what the Body Noble is. It's just teaching you these things that you can integrate into your life. So the breathing is like a key component. Okay, so now that we've done the breathing, we're in our posture, we're going to go through some of the exercises. But one thing that I didn't do last time is the touch training. We're going to really focus on the touch training. So I want you to feel the muscles that we're going to work. So we're going to start off with the chair butt squat. And this is, again, something you can do. Instead of bringing your arms out to the side when you come down, feel the muscles in the back of your legs and your butt. That's it. Squeeze your butt muscles together. Just feel them, engage them. That's what I'm trying, the word that I use is engage them. Feel them, they're there. So squeeze. And now what we're going to do, now that you can feel them, we're going to do that squat. But I want you to, again, feel your muscles when you're doing it. So come back and then back up. Again, keep your body in nice neutral alignment. Sit back. That's it. Good posture. Again, when you come up, don't lock your knees and come up nice and slow. Again, your body's in a big bowl of quicksand and you're squeezing. We want to engage as many muscle fibers in our legs when we do these exercises. That's it. And again, focus on your breathing. You guys are doing really good, but one thing that I want to hear the breathing. That's it. You should really, I want to hear it. That's it. Exhale. And exhale when you come back up. And just sit back a little bit more. You're going back. So you see you're going forward. Bring your butt back. Like that. Sitting back in the chair. There. Now go up. Okay, it's pretending like you're sitting back in the chair. Your butt goes back and then up. Okay, let's breathe. Let's do 10 to 15. Exhale. Nice and slow. That's it. That's it. Like, here, go. Do it again. Now go slow. Push. Go back up. Like that. But you create that resistance. Yeah. Good. Exhale. That's it. So what are we at? 10, 15, 40? Okay. We got a superstar over there. All right. So we've done the butt. Now let's do the back of the arms. We're going to do our triceps. Again, you're just coming off the chair. Arms at the sides, sliding down. Just bend your elbows 90 degrees and slow coming up. That isolates the back of your arms. That's it, nice and slow. Again, when you come up, don't lock your elbows out. That puts too much strain on your elbows. And exhale. Again, breathe. I want to hear you guys breathing. That's it. And exhale. See, these exercises, you guys can just throw it in whenever you're at your desk. I mean, you don't have a lot of time to run off to the gym, but you know your body needs something. Our bodies need to be toned. You don't use your body, you lose it. So we need to keep our body stimulated. And you can just break these down throughout your day. You can do them at home, you can do them at the office, you can do them in your hotel room when you're traveling. I actually was in Chicago. I did a whole routine with the L train, like exercises you can do while you're commuting. And we're like doing this at the station and dips. So you could do it anywhere. That's the whole thing, is like there are all these little exercises that you can do anywhere. So we got that. Now let's do our chest. So if it's difficult, you can go over there. If you think you can handle the chair, again, you want key when you're doing your chest press from a chair or your desk is you keep your spine in neutral alignment. Stabilize. We're working our chest, our shoulders, and our back with a press. We get like a full upper body workout. Nice and slow. Exhale. That's it. Exhale. Exhale. When you come back up with the press, don't lock your elbows out. Good. Exhale. Use your breath. That's it. Keep the elbows slightly bent when you come back. That's it. Good. Yeah, keep that slight bend. Good.
Tomorrow you're going to Amazon, yeah?
Yeah.
No, do you know, I don't have your schedule. Are we taking you, which we're happy to do?
I don't know.
We'll find out with you.
Okay,
So
okay,
we'll
yeah, okay. So are we done there? All right, so we did chest. Now we're going to do some abs. You guys working out? You getting a good sweat? We're burning calories. Never thought you'd be burning calories today, right?
Good, huh?
I have a question about the upper ab squeeze. Are you just trying to press your upper abs toward the back? Is that how you're?
Yeah, you're just squeezing them in. It's just like pretend you have a water balloon in your stomach, so you're squeezing that water. That's all the contraction that I want you to visualize is that you have this water balloon and you're squeezing it, but you're rotating down. That's what it feels like, an imaginary water balloon in your stomach. Okay, so let's just try the lower abs. Grab the side of the chair. Let's engage. Let's come up, knees up, exhale, and down. Exhale, and down. Back up, squeeze up, and down. That's it. Squeeze. That's it. Use your breath. Use your breath. That's it. And down, back up. If you can, try not to bring your feet all the way down, just a slight motion down. Good. Really good, Renee. Good. Exhale. That's it. Keep those knees bent. It's just a slight motion. You don't have to go down that far, because then you start engaging your hip muscles. We just want to engage our lower abdominals. So again, 10 to 15. Exhale. Any questions? Yep.
I understand that you're burning calories, but are you doing any kind of strength training?
That's what this is. It's isometrics. Isometrics is like old school army drills where you can actually tone without resistance. Is like the machines and all that. That's sort of like the Microsoft of fitness. We're going back to old school. Like that is like great. People, going to the gym and pumping up, but we don't need that. If you go back to where we came from, we were just workers. That's what we needed to do. And this is just bringing back those disciplines of toning your body without having to have all these fancy bells and whistles and treadmills and ellipticals and, that's great because most people aren't using it. And they are using it, they're just using their bank cards. Basically nobody's going to the gyms. I mean, the gym business is probably, they're robbing people, basically. I think that it's not. And for me, I'm here to actually just give you this information and hopefully integrate it into your life so you can get that balance within your own body. And the key is maximizing your own genetic potential of who you are as an individual. Because everyone's different. We're not supposed to be all these Hollywood superstars and beautiful bodies. Everyone's beautiful within their own body type. And that's the key with the Body Noble, is learning how to maximize your body type with the Lean Machine, Muscle Maker, or Fat Fighter. My website, bodynoble.com, has all kinds of information, and I'm doing a lot of interactive things too, so you can check that out. But let's do our upper abs now. So we're going to squeeze down, hands behind our heads. That's, again, visualize that water balloon. Just close your eyes this time. And when you're closing your eyes, I want you to exhale, squeeze, hold it at the bottom, and then come back nice and slow. And exhale, squeeze, contract, feel those muscles. And if you want, put your hands on your abdominal area. When you feel those muscles engaged, squeeze them, tighten them up. Exhale. I'm going to do 10 to 15. And if you're more advanced, the guys or the girls, you can bring your knees up to meet you. It's nice and slow, hold it. That's the key, it's like slow motion. And when your hands are behind your head, try not to push on your neck. The movement is just basically you're rolling over, your neck doesn't need to come over, okay? So keep your neck in neutral alignment. So right now you're moving your neck. I just want you to move your body, okay? Just move keep your head there, and just let your body come down. And then it comes back, but your neck doesn't need to move, okay? In fact, take your hands off your head if you're finding you use your neck, and just put your hands on your abs, and now go over. That's it. Okay. Now we're going to finish it off. My favorite, I'm also a sports therapist, is stretching. I think we don't stretch enough. And you guys, I know I hold a lot of tension. I just had a massage the other day, and the massage therapist I was like, oh my God, what is this guy doing to me? I had like so much tension built up, and I hadn't been doing enough stretches. And stretching is something that you can do right at your desk. So I always finish off every exercise routine with stretches. And you guys, we're going to do the Microsoft desk stretches. So you guys can do these desk stretches right at your office. So if you're sitting at your desk, the number one, we'll just get your hands straight out in front, close your eyes, and you want to exhale. So let's just exhale and hold the stretch for 15 seconds. Exhale and hold, and really elongate through your arms and feel your shoulder blades open. You want to feel your shoulder blades open, and you want to exhale. That's it, and bend over. So that a lot of tension gets in these muscles. I don't know if you guys have suffered from carpal tunnel, but that comes from your neck and upper back. So keeping those muscles nice and loose will prevent that type of syndrome happening in your body. So that's the
upper back stretch. Now we're going to do a neck stretch. So I just want you to grab the side of your chair with one hand, and the other hand just put it on the side of your head, and you're going to look to the far corner of where you're stretching. So your head's going there, look as far right with your eyes. That just helps accentuate the stretch. And you want to exhale and slightly push your head to the side with your hands. Just a real slight press. And you should feel that elongation through your upper back and chest. I mean upper back and neck right here. And you want to exhale again. Use your breath. Keep breathing. That's it. And relax. And you could do these stretches with your eyes closed too, because it just helps you relax. But sometimes using your eyes will help accentuate the stretch. Let's try the other side. And again, hold the stretches for 15 seconds. And relax. That's it, just breathe through it. Okay, now we're going to do our low back. I find that I get a lot of low back pain. So sit up nice and tall, just come off your chair, feet shoulder width apart. And what we're going to do is take your one arm and you're going to press it against your knee, like that. Stand up nice and tall, and then just slightly turn your body. Hold the back of the chair and slightly turn your body. And it's a slight twisting motion. You should feel that in your spine. And breathe out. And you want to hold that stretch for around 15 seconds. Now these stretches would be really good for you guys to integrate at the end of the day after you've been sitting at your desk, just to loosen up the spine. That's it. Exhale. And let's go the other way. Hold it for 15 seconds. That's it. Sit up nice and tall. Good. Exhale. Good. Okay, so I just wanted to bring you guys through some basic Body Noble techniques. These are all exercises that I've created in my book. I have the office pump, the housewife pump. I was on TV and we created the desperate housewife pump. It was funny. I was like working out with this vacuum. It was funny. But there's like exercises that you can do wherever you're at home, at the office. I have Jet Set Fitness, the hotel room pump, the couch potato workout. Those are all basic little routines. But the Body Noble program is a full body 20-minute workout that you can do wherever you're at, and you only need the resistor bands and a core ball. You don't even need the core ball, but that's something that you can add. That's something that I would actually have you guys have in your offices if you can, is get one of those core stability balls and use it as your chair sometimes. Just push the chair to the side and bring that out and put it under the desk when you don't need it. But you can actually just have fun with it when you're sitting, because you guys are there a lot throughout the day, and you could actually do these exercises on it, and it really focuses on the core. You could do your abs on it. You could put it against the wall, and you could do your legs. It's all in my book, all these different exercises you can do with that. But that would probably be a really good investment for you guys to have in your office. And now in regards to nutrition, there's 3 different body types. The Body Noble program combines the toning. You need to tone, you need to do cardio, and you need to eat clean. I don't believe in diets, because diets, like everyone goes on and off diets. So I'm trying to teach you how to just have a lifestyle plan of how you can eat clean and integrate it into your life. So with the Body Noble program, I've broken it down, because the lean machine, someone who's really lean, they need to eat differently than a fat fighter. And I give the good example of Oprah Winfrey. You've seen her go on and off diets throughout her life, and she gains more weight. So we're trying to break that down. You don't need to diet. We just need to teach you how to eat clean. And I was in your cafeteria, and I was like, whoa. You know, it's like, because the whole sort of fast food section of the fats, and people don't realize you eat that, it actually brings you down. Because you'll be high, and it's like, oh, I got energy, and then all of a sudden you crash. So the key with the Body Noble is keeping your body balanced, finding that sort of balance, that homeostasis within your own body. And you can do that with eating the right types of foods and eating clean. And you guys have lots of choices here in your cafeteria, but it's learning how to implement that. And also when you shop, picking the right, choosing the right foods to eat when you're shopping. So again, that's part of the whole method and lifestyle plan of the Body Noble. We also cover things on injuries. If you have weak links, your knees, your back, your shoulders, things that you should do and shouldn't do. And then there's the whole lifestyle of spas and how to treat yourself in regards to like Epsom salt baths and when to use hot and cold. And so basically that's sort of an overview of the Body Noble program. I feel very blessed to be here to offer this to you. I know Wiley, my publisher, was like, oh, how would you like to go to Microsoft? I said, yeah, that would be amazing. I'd love to go to Microsoft and do this program. So I'm glad to be here. My book's there. I'd love to sign it for you if you guys wanted to purchase it. And if you have any more questions, my website's bodynoble.com. I've just implemented online training, which is great for you guys that are really interactive, where I send you emails on fitness programs. And it's a really interactive program. We're just launching it. I'm working with a company that is really engaging all these animations and exercises that teaches you all these exercises. So it could be sent to you via email. And then I've also just worked on downloadable workouts through your MP3 player that you could listen to that goes through all these exercises that you can do at home, at the office, or while you're traveling. So you can download those. So that's something that I'm doing. And I also offer a retreat that I'm doing in Sedona, Arizona. That'll be a lifestyle retreat for 5 days, and you connect to nature, and we go through this whole Body Noble program, and it's going to be more lifestyle, vegan diets, nutrition, hiking, ceremony. It's going to be beautiful. It's going to be an experience, because that's what I'm trying to do here, is just let people get reconnected to their bodies. So, and we're in a fast-paced society, but if we don't have our bodies, which is our temples, we're not going to be able to keep up. So number one thing is to take care of our own temple, and then we can actually be able to take care of our workplace and our families. So it's really important now, especially with the amount of pressure that's being put on us with having to work and stuff like that. So just keep going. I'm glad to offer this to you. And do you have any questions? Yeah?
Yeah. So when I would do this in the office, right, and we do the lower abs exercise, so it seems like much less intense than if I would go to the pro club and do one of these cardio classes and do like 50 in a row. And
right, exactly.
Push-ups. So don't it still kind of work?
It totally works, because it's all about the intention. Again, when I was telling you about the focusing and really focusing on the squeezing, that is like sort of like, okay, yeah, if you have the time, but realistically, you'll have the time to do this. I'd rather you do this than say, you know what, I'm not even going to make the pro club. I mean, how often do you even go over there, you know? It's like, okay, well, maybe I'll hit there once a week if you're lucky. So this type of stuff, you could just fit it in. So you're going to actually be burning more calories throughout your day because you're implementing it into your life.
Okay, I'm going to do it today and then tomorrow.
Well, the key with any exercise program is consistency. It's all the different parts of the program. It's the toning, it's the cardio breaks, and it's the eating clean. Like all those three things combined, you'll notice results very quickly in your body. I always tell people it takes around 4 weeks to be able to see a drastic change in your body, but it's that consistency of when building it up.
How much does sleep play a factor if you're eating right and you're doing
Rest? Rest is like the probably number one thing, and that's one thing that I have to work on is my rest. I meditate. I try and implement meditation into my life because I'm so busy, but rest is a big component of, minimum if we can get 8 hours, that would be great. Some people need 10. I could never, 10's I don't even think I could sleep 10 hours. But yes, rest is really a big component. But these deep breathing exercises, sitting at your desk, that again is sort of like, it's like a meditation. I'd actually like to bring you guys through a guided meditation before we leave, and that's something that I do. And I don't know, has anybody meditate here? Okay, so it's good. So maybe we'll do that before I leave, is we'll go through like a guided meditation of connection and relaxation, because meditation to me is one of the big things that if you can implement that into your life too, you're that much more ahead and your body's getting a full relaxation, and you can actually be awake when you meditate. You don't need to sleep, because sometimes when you sleep, you're really not sleeping. You're nightmares and you're wrestling, and it's just like, I didn't have a good restful sleep. So meditation is a great component to add to your program. Any other questions?
How much are you selling your book for?
I don't know. It's like Wiley. Yeah, I actually am the author of the book, but Wiley's my publisher, so they deal with all the business aspects of selling the book. The book can be bought on Amazon. It can be bought at Barnes & Noble's, Borders, and my website, bodynoble.com. There's links to Amazon. But we're gifted to have
this young lady here to sell the books today. So is everyone up for a guided meditation? Does everyone have time? Maybe if we could just turn the lights down. That's really down. That's like the dark room at the pro club. I was like, what? All right. So let's feet shoulder width apart and sit back up in your chair, like put your back into the chair. And just close your eyes. And we're going to go through a guided meditation. I want you to just close your eyes, take a few deep breaths in. That's it, just relax. That's it, just focus on your breathing. That's all you need to do right now is just focus on your breathing. Just focus on oxygen coming into your lungs. And then exhale it. So what I'd like you to do is visualize a white, powerful light way up in the sky, in the universe, just coming down through your body, down into your head, down into your spine, and all the way down into the earth. So this white light is connecting you to the universe and coming down your spine and into the earth. Just visualize that white light, powerful white light. Feel how beautiful that white light feels on your body as it protects you, gives you strength. It pierces down into the earth. Now I'd like you to visualize a purple-violet flame coming up from the earth and surrounding your body. Purple-violet flame surrounds your body, and it goes 20 feet into the air, and it surrounds the white light that's piercing down. Just visualize this purple-violet flame surrounding your body. And just be okay, just slowly open your eyes. Just collect your thoughts. Okay, beautiful. Thank you for coming out. Pardon me? Oh yeah. So I have a gift bag to give away, and I'm gonna. What am I gonna create a question that?
How old are you?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Well, how old do you think I am? That'll be the person that gets my age.
24.
42.
38.
43. No, nobody has it yet.
34.
42.
39. 29.
41.
No.
43.
No.
42.
47. 44.
33.
No.
40. 46.
35.
No.
39.
38.
37. 40.
As young as you is.
What? There's no such thing as age. There's biological age and there's chronological age. So no. Did anyone have? Well, okay, that didn't work. Okay, one other question. Okay, what network?
I'm really curious.
What network is my TV show Urban Fitness?
TV.
Okay.